Xin Chao, what's up everybody? Alright, we are walking towards a park for a festival that I'm going to film. I want to do a couple news, talking vlogs, my opinions on things, so that's what we're going to get into. If you happen to like this video, I'd appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. If you don't have to. So let's just get right into the content. Let me get the thumbnail. Okay. Alright, what's up guys? So it's a Tuesday, good old Saigon. It's a bit humid today. I want to talk about how long should you plan your stay in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City during your trip. This is going to depend on a number of factors, whether you're single, whether you have a couple, whether you're married, what you're trying to do here, etc., etc., etc. I want to break down a pretty good timeline so you can plan your things properly. This was a Korean barbecue. I'm pretty surprised another Korean barbecue didn't come in here and use all the ventilation. It's been empty for a while. It used to be a pretty popular Korean barbecue. It seems that Uncle COVID put the nail in the coffin on that one. So this is the zoo over here. We are going to do another tour of the zoo. I'm going to give my opinions on that probably in the next week or so. We're also going to have which motorbike is right for you coming out soon. Lots of content coming this week. I'm going to try to shoot about 5 to 10 videos a day. So we're back on our regular 12 hours, every 12 hours a new video. We're just going to keep pumping them out, and they're going to try to be informative and on track and helpful to you. Also going to do some fun stuff too. We're going to be doing some live streams as well. We're not going to be live streaming drinking and stuff like that. We're just going to do fun stuff with the wife and other things like that. So I hope you guys tune into those. So how long should you plan your trip in Saigon if you're single, if you've got a month-long trip? I would reckon that's up to you and what you're trying to do. If you're not a partier and you're not going to drink and do stuff, I would limit your time here to 5 to 7 days. And I would plan to go to other places. Places I would absolutely recommend that you must go, especially on a first trip into Vietnam, would be Nha Trang, for one. Everybody that I've recommended go to Nha Trang has absolutely loved it. So I'm pretty correct on that direction. There's a banh mi lady over here. This looks like an egg banh mi. Oh no, it's traditional. And you can get an egg thrown on it. I don't see the pad thai. So it's gonna, oh, it is pad thai. So it's your typical banh mi, and then you can throw an egg on. I do recommend throwing that egg on. It adds a nice little dimension. So yeah, if you're a single guy and you don't drink, and you're a couple and you're not here to party, and you just kind of want to see the city, I'm going to stick you in the same thing. 5 to 7 days, and then get your booty traveling around the rest of Vietnam. There's so much to see here. Again, I would skip Vung Tau. If you do want to go south, I would go to Con Dao Island though. It is more expensive, but it's an absolutely beautiful, well-kept, hidden gem of Vietnam that not many people mention in their vlogs and stuff. I have done a series in Con Dao. I will try to link it here. Recently they've made this a one-way street, which has really alleviated traffic. This used to be a two-way street, and it's completely decongested this area coming down here. So whoever came up with that recently is a genius. It completely solved the rush hour problem that incurred here. This would back up for 30 minutes to just get to the Golden Rivers over there. So yeah, I would do Con Dao for 2 or 3 days. Beautiful beaches to go swim in. Absolutely amazingly well kept up, nearly garbage-free island. The hotels are $100 a night for a decent one though. It's not a cheap stay. The flight's only like 35 minutes. It's on a cool dual prop propeller plane. It's definitely an experience. But outside of that, I would stay in Nha Trang for sure. If you can spend 3 or 4 days in Phu Quoc, I love Phu Quoc. Again, I recommend the Duset Princess. I think it's the best hotel there. I've stayed at quite a few of them. I think location-wise, it's also the best to get to everything in the central area there. You know, then let's go up to the north. Da Nang, we know I'm not the biggest fan of, but some people love Da Nang. So maybe put Da Nang on there for 2 to 3 to 4 days. I find Da Nang's a little slow in speed for my taste. If I'm gonna go that kind of like slow in direction taste, I would rather be doing Nha Trang. I mean, that's just me though. Like, each person's different. I would definitely say Hanoi you could do easily 3 to 7 days in as well. I had a lovely time. You could do 3 days in the Old Quarter. I had a great time in Hanoi. I'd been there before. I never explored it. You know, I'd never done anything there but just get drunk. So it's definitely worth going to, seeing, exploring. Of course, there's Hai Long Bay. I have not been to Hai Long Bay, but from all my research, you pretty much ride around on a boat and stay on a boat during the night. I guess it's really beautiful. I'll eventually get to it. But like for me, as far as like content goes, I don't know how much I could make there. And like every vlogger in the entire world has made videos there, so I don't see that doing particularly amazing on my channel. But I hear it's beautiful. Sapa, I can tell you, is awesome. I would definitely want to do 2 to 3 days in Sapa at least. If you want to see it buzzing, go on a weekend. I would definitely do the cable car up the mountain there. It's absolutely breathtaking. Summiting the mountain is absolutely amazing as well. If you're too lazy to walk it, or if you're in a time crunch like I was, you can take a tram to the summit. But it's absolutely amazing. You're up there in the clouds. It's certainly a spectacular that should not be missed. So let's talk about if you're a single dude or a young couple that likes to party. I would definitely say you could do a couple weeks in Saigon then. You know, you can hit up Ving a bunch of times, have a bunch of fun there. It eventually gets tiring, but it does take a little bit of time. But there's plenty of other places to party as well. You know, you can do Japantown. There's areas in District 7. There's areas kind of all over the city where, you know, partying is facilitated. And if you want to party until it's 5 a.m., you know, you can go to Ving. You know, there's bars in Pitexico that specialize in the lady bars. There's all kinds of different stuff to do as a single guy that wants to party. Be prepared though, if you're gonna go crazy like that, to spend some money. That shit ain't gonna be free. And when you get drunk, you make poor decisions. So you'll spend even more money. So be prepared for that if you are gonna go that route. Even Funan is cool to hang out at night. There's so many good restaurants there. And then there's all the love hotels there, if that's your style of thing. So it's kind of like endless possibilities of partying here. And then I would also go to Hanoi. You know, you could do Beer Street 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7 nights in a row easily. That's I think a vastly superior drinking street in comparison to Ving. I'm pretty over Ving. You probably won't see me on there for quite a while. I have almost zero interest to go to Ving anymore. It's loud. I usually just go there for live streams, but even those suck there now because it's just they've turned the music up so loud now, there's nowhere to really go that's quiet. So it doesn't make for a very enthralling stream. So we're getting away from that altogether. Maybe once every couple months I'll go down there and film on this to just see the state of it. Because people do like to see that on the internet. I mean, it always nets 6,000 to 8,000 views at least. Sometimes 10,000, 15,000. So, then you've also got Wind Way, which is not really a party street. It's just more of like a walking street where everybody goes to hang out, take pictures, stuff like that. Although you can get like a beer or like a soju at the Circle K there and do some drinking there. There's just a lot of stuff to do if you're a single male or a young couple that likes to party in Saigon. That could warrant you to stay longer than a week. And then there's also, you know, other reasons for a couple that doesn't want to party to stay here in Saigon for longer than a week. Explore where the tourists don't go. Go to Govop. Go walk around Govop. Take a look at Govop. It's like a huge place. It's got so much stuff to do there. Like, it's kind of full of endless possibilities. There's a lot of districts that a lot of tourists don't go to, you know, that you can see a lot of stuff, you know. District 9, that Giga Mall, is absolutely amazing. And I don't have a problem going to a mall when I'm in a different place. Like, yeah, Vietnam's got a bunch of beautiful stuff, but sometimes it doesn't hurt to have a day in an air-conditioned mall when you've walked around and been in humidity every day for a week. So there's no shame in going to a mall. And don't let somebody on the internet shame you from going to the mall because you're in Vietnam, you gotta see all the outdoor beautiful stuff. yeah, sure, there's a time and a place for that, but there's a time and a place to relax inside too. So you got to kind of figure that out on your own. But there's of course a lot of stuff to see that's not on the tourist end. You don't have to stay in District 1. You know, you can also go to good old District 2, Thowden, where all the expats live, and there's a bunch of good restaurants there. So like, there's hecka restaurants that are really, really tasty there. So you can do that as an option as well. Like, there's lots of international restaurants in Thowden that are pretty good. And it's kind of interesting to just walk around and see all the expats like living in one little consolidated area. Which I have no hate on Thowden, by the way. You can get a reasonably priced apartment there. You have access to good pubs, bars, and restaurants. I completely understand why people want to live there. So I just prefer District 1 because, you know, our life is in District 1. Our work's here. You know, pretty much my vlogging career. I like walking around here. I like all the restaurants here. So, but as a whole, I think 7 days is all you need, even if you're a party animal, especially if it's your first trip. You should go out and explore all Vietnam so you can fall in love with like a bunch of Vietnam. You know, fall in love with the north, fall in love with the south, fall in love with Phu Quoc, fall in love with all the different areas and amazing things that Vietnam has to offer. It's not just big city stuff. I can't stress enough how awesome Con Dao Island is. I will link it. I kind of went there right after COVID, so it was kind of fresh to getting open. I had to have a COVID test for like everything. Hotel, all that. But I was used to traveling at that point, so I always did a COVID test for $3 before I traveled. So it wasn't a big deal to me. They've now since dropped all that, so there's no requirements on that stuff. I mean, really, to keep it short and sweet and concise to the point, I think that's kind of all we got, guys. I want to just kind of, you know, it's been a question that I've been asking subscribers and stuff that have been here for a while. So I'm gathering data, and some of the couples love being here. They're big city people, so they're glad to be here. And there's so much tasty food here. And don't get caught up with like other people saying you have to eat just Vietnamese food here. Even after a week or two, you're going to want a taste of something else. And that's the beautiful thing about Saigon, is there's a taste of something else. If you want American Western burgers, you can get them. If you want some tacos, you can get them. If you want some good pizza, you can get it, you know. Although I find myself eating a lot of Vietnamese food nowadays, there's still, you know, once every couple weeks where I want to eat something Western. And I rarely even do that. I'd say my one Western thing a month now is like pizza. And I don't even really do that. I pretty much eat pretty healthy. Like a lot of salmon, a lot of meat, a lot of vegetable. Not much processed food. Alright guys, that is the video. I think I covered everything you could want to be covered in a style of video like this. So I hope you guys appreciated the information. As ever, thank you for watching. If you want to smash that like button, go ahead and do that. Like I said, if you want to subscribe, if you found it helpful, I would appreciate that. But of course, you don't have to do any of that. Just have a good day. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.